I did myself a Shaman Wisdom reading earlier on. I don't know exactly what it's about, but certainly a deck of cards with various symbols on it and whatnot. Certainly you've got things like plants and animals and things like that on them. I've had this particular deck of Shaman Wisdom cards for quite a while now. And I pulled one out, number 34. Squash. It's to do with the feminine, the feminine water, earth, and of course the west, feminine west, earth and water, or however you want to. And it seems to have advised me to basically do nothing. Don't try and control anything. Now, of course, this is a problem here because we have to control certain things, such as what goes on here in this group, this free psychic readings group, and also the new free psychic healing group that was revamped from somewhere else. Somebody else deserted. So I have to control it to a certain degree. Of course, it has to be moderated, doesn't it, to stop trolls and undesirables getting in and basically making it upsetting for others. But nevertheless, people have to have a right to speak, don't they? So, of course, you're drawing a fine line, really, aren't you, with that? But of course, this reading that I've had obviously tells me to not control anything and not to worry about anything, like, you know, there's abundance and stuff. So don't worry about. Basically, do nothing. As I said, which is very, very, very difficult, isn't it, really, to do. So I don't know. Watch this space, I suppose. See what we can do. We're just by the fire at the moment, as you can see. I've had to just dispose of some things that, unfortunately, in today's climate, public services here in the UK are not what they used to be. And regardless of the fact that we are the 6th largest economy in the world, we have a system that's, well, worse than a third world country, which is very troubling, really, very worrying. But of course, nevertheless, when you're instructed by spirit to do nothing, or to not try and control anything, let go of control. I suppose it's a bit like the otter in the in the Power Animal Oracle deck, isn't it? The Stephen Farmer Oracle deck, let go of control. Oh no, that's surrender, isn't it? Which is let go of control, of course. And I suppose the turtle as well in that deck. Don't try and make anything happen. I suppose it's like a combination of those, isn't it? In the sense of the otter is, I suppose, four-legged one, isn't it? Protects through healing through the water, and of course the turtle heals as well. So maybe it's a healing process that's going on right now. I don't know. But of course, at just past 3 o'clock in the morning, got to burn me rubbish at in the early hours, of course. If there's any smoke seen in the daytime, the neighbours do complain, you know. Fortunately, we're not burning anything toxic, so I've thrown all that in the bin, no doubt to be recycled and sent to China. Anyway, I don't know if that's proved any help to you. Maybe if this is like a message, just try not to control things, back off a bit and let people have the say a bit. I don't know. It's just I find that I find it rather annoying when people want freedom to make comments, for example, but they don't consider the fact that if somebody's grieving or just lost somebody and said, say for example, I've just lost my son and he's dead and naturally and I'm grieving, I'm destroyed my life and whatever. The last thing you want to do is somebody commenting saying, well, kill yourself then and send yourself with him and go join him. That's the sort of thing I'm trying to prevent by turning comments off. It's not to stop people from saying, oh, I'm not an approved psychic, but I sort of sense this and whatever. That's the innocent sort of side to it, which does get blocked, doesn't it? I'm trying to stop the more sinister things by trying to control things. I'm trying to stop the more sinister things getting in, so you don't have to. I mean, of course, you kick them out, don't you? You get booted out the group, and blocked, and whatever. But once the damage is done, the last thing you want to do is end up with that on you. I don't know if it's on the conscience or what. So we'll see what we're doing with this. What Spirit's saying about not trying to control things as much. Maybe it's telling me to back off a bit. Maybe I'm being sort of guided to sort of back off and let others steer the ship, like some of our new psychics who've joined us seem to be doing quite well at the moment. Very pleased at that. And of course the Shaman Wisdom reading and the card that came up also indicated that that's it's about growth as well and whatever. So maybe that's what's in order to let something grow, such as like this flame here, for example, you've got to stoke it a bit, haven't you, and then sit back and let it burn, as opposed to carrying on stoking it till it wears your stokingness out. We'll just stoke up again, I think, and then we'll, I think we'll wrap up, and I'll go indoors and leave you with it for a while. To maybe I find this one's better really. This one with the log roller, sort of that got things going a bit late. So I'll leave you by the fire for a while, and we'll catch up with you later on. Go well, stay well.